Good day, everyone. Today I will be discussing study strategies from Chapter 3, Learning to be a Better Person. But before I start, let me ask you a quick question. Ilan sa atin ang nag-cram before exams? Most of us, right? That exactly why this topic is important. This lesson is all about how can we improve the way we study, not just focusing on how long we study, but on how effective our study methods are. Because in reality, kahit matagal ka mag-aral, kung hindi naman effective yung methods mo, madaling makalimutan yung lessons. So, in this video, I will explain different study strategies that can help us understand better, remember longer, and perform better in our academics. Without further ado, let's begin with the first strategy. Practice over time means effective ang learning kapag ginagawa siya gradually over time, hindi yung isang bagsakan lang. Common sa mga students ang cramming, especially before exams. Pero short term lang yung effect nito. In contrast, kapag unti-unti at paulit-ulit ang pag-aaral, mas tumatatak sa memory natin. This strategy includes practice testing and distributed practice, which both help improve long-term retention. Ang practice testing is when you test yourself instead of rereading your notes. For example, using flashcards, answering quizzes, or trying to recall information without looking to your notes. This uses active recall, meaning pinipilit ng brain mo na kunin yung information sa memory. Kahit medyo mahirap siya, mas effective ito because it strengthen memory compared sa passive reading lang. Next is distributed practice or spaced learning. Means hinahati mo yung study time mo over several days. For example, instead of studying 5 hours in one night, mas better if 1 hour per day. Kahit may konting nakakalimutan between sessions, mas malakas ang memory kapag nire-review mo ulit. This helps the brain retain information longer and more effectively. Next strategy is questioning and explanation. Focuses on understanding, hindi lang memorization. Instead of accepting information, tinuturuan tayo mag-isip critically by asking questions and explaining ideas. This helps connect new knowledge to what we already know, making learning deeper and more meaningful. Under this strategy, we have elaborative interrogation. This is simply asking why. For example, why is this concept true? By asking questions, mas naiintindihan natin yung dahilan behind lessons. Hindi lang natin mini-memorize, kundi naiintindihan natin deeply, kaya mas madaling tandaan. Next is self-explanation. Means explaining the lesson in your own words. Parang tinuturuan mo yung sarili mo. This help you check if naiintindihan mo ba talaga yung topic. It also helps connect new ideas to your existing knowledge, making it easier to remember and organize. Next strategies is producing summaries. Means kinukuha mo yung pinaka-importanting idea sa text at isinusulat mo siya in a short version using your own words. This help organize information, pero kailangan marunong kang mag-identify ng mga key points. Also, summarizing is not enough. Dapat sinasamahan siya ng ibang strategy like testing and explaining. So, the last strategy is highlighting and underlining. Pagmamarka ng important parts ng text. Pero common mistake ng student is lahat hina-highlight. Kapag ganon, nawawala yung purpose. So, dapat selective only, highlight key terms and important ideas. Mas effective ito kapag ginagamit kasama ng ibang study strategies. So, overall, ang lesson na ito teaches us that effective studying is not about how long you study, but how you study. Strategies like practice testing and distributed practice help improve memory, while questioning and self-explanation help deepen understanding. Summarizing and highlighting help organize information. Pero kailangan gamitin ng tama ito. In general, these strategies promote active learning, critical thinking, and long-term retention. Kaya bilang students, we should focus on study smarter, not just harder. That's all for today's lesson.